Welcome everyone to another JDM racing video. It is my team on F122 and we're at Azerbaijan for the Baku Grand Prix. We are going to join in just a second on board for qualifying 1 and we're going to see, I mean it's treacherous. This was treacherous, torrential rain in Q1 and it was extremely difficult to try and navigate. And we are gonna, just join on board for the remainder of Q1 and see how we get on and where we can place on the grid.
Wow, that was a heck of an impact. Let me know you're okay.
So we take too much speed into one of those last corners and we end up just smashing it into the wall. That is a big rebuild job and not proud of that one, to be honest, but it's going to be a long night for the mechanics and we're going to see if we can get the car shipshape ready for the Grand Prix on Sunday. Piastri did okay though, so that's not too bad.
Good afternoon and welcome from Baku. This was the arena, if you think back to 2017, of one of the most eventful races of modern history, with controversy behind the safety car, last-second overtakes, and a historic podium for Williams and for Lance Stroll. Let's find out what lies in store for us this year. It's time for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Perez, Ricciardo, Pierre Gasly, and Tsunoda, Magnussen, Vettel, Zhou, and Valtteri Bottas, Hamilton, Sainz, George Russell, and Norris, Fernando Alonso, Ocon, Oscar Piastri, and Alex Albon, Latifi, Gardner, Stroll. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty, and Mick Schumacher. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. Here we go then, the formation lap gets underway and the excitement here is building as we near ever closer to the start of the race. Which team will come out on top? Who's got their strategies right for today's race? Well, we'll soon find out. So as all the cars take their positions on the grid, the teams will be hoping their strategies pay off for them in today's race. The question I'm asking is which teams have got it right, which ones have got it horribly wrong?
Go then. Got the Haas there. Schumacher down the inside. We'll get in front of the two Williams cars. Schumacher making a move on our teammate. Can he make it stick? Tight around here, Piastri trying to keep Schumacher at bay. Schumacher's gone past though. to get out of it there. Before we risk taking our teammate out.
Alright, let's focus now for the rest of the race.
Replay the start then. Max Verstappen on your left, Charles Leclerc on your right. Charles Leclerc taking the lead into turn one. He got a much better start. And that Ferrari is now in the lead of the Grand Prix in front of Max Verstappen, Daniel Ricciardo in third and Sergio Perez in fourth. Crashed in qualifying, not a problem now in the dry. Perilously close to the wall there. Good enough. Bumping and barging going on behind. Tyres seem to have come in a bit now. Right at the inside of Piastri. We'll get that move done. Straight on the back of the Haas. Throwing the dummy. Go down the outside.
Great manoeuvre, you made it look so easy.
Now we're in the DRS train. There's a lot of cars up here. A little bit late on the brakes there. That move on the McLaren stick. 3 wide. We did manage it.
Okay, clear.
It looks like the Alpine got caught up in that. Send Bottas to the outside. Bit of a gap to Russell now. Lap 4 into lap 5. Charles Leclerc in the lead of the Grand Prix, trying to defend from Max Verstappen with that DRS open. Into turn 1, he's still hanging it out round the outside, coming down into turn 2. Verstappen again trying to take the inside line. Leclerc coming back in. It looks like that Ferrari's got excellent traction on the exit of the corner. Side by side again, Verstappen with the DRS. He looks like he's got the line now. He's going to have the later on the brakes. But Leclerc still trying to keep that inside line to switch back, but he can't manage it. He has to back out. And Max Verstappen has taken the lead of the Grand Prix on lap 5.
Box, we're coming in this lap.
So about time to get some fresh mediums on then. Here we go, end of lap 5 then. This is usually when people are going to pit on board with race leader Max Verstappen now. At the end of lap 5, and he is coming into the pit lane, so Verstappen and Leclerc follows him in. So we've got a fight, a battle in the pit lane. Max Verstappen pits. Medium tyres going on. That's quite a quick one from Red Bull. How quick were Ferrari? They've marginally quicker. Leclerc closer on the exit of the pit lane than he was coming in. So excellent job by the Ferrari pit crew there to get Leclerc back into play, back into DRS range of that Red Bull. Max Verstappen is going to have to keep his eyes wide open and keep those eyes looking in the mirrors, because Leclerc is right on the back of him.
Like the pit crew are out in the lane and ready to perform their magic on the car. They're going to be aiming to achieve the fastest pit stop time possible.
In we come then. Oh, just out behind the Alpine.
Clear the white line on the exit, you'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track. Body's taken some damage, you might start to notice it soon. And gap to the car in front is 12.8 seconds.
Russell and Bottas are in the pit. And on to Hards. Bottas just gets in front of Stroll to regain our 13th position. But George Russell is further ahead than when we pitted. Looks like Vettel and Stroll are trying to clear Bottas. Every man and his dog's trying to clear Bottas. Picking up race leader Max Verstappen on the final lap, coming through the final few turns. Leclerc in tow, as he has been the whole race, but he's not going to be able to do anything about this. Max Verstappen wins for Red Bull, his second race win of the season, and that is a majestic result for the Red Bull team, and gets Max Verstappen's championship challenge right back on course. That is just the shot in the arm he needed for a season, and Leclerc can only do damage limitation today. He did get the start, he did get into the lead, but that Red Bull was just too quick around this Baku city street circuit. Ooh, just flip the wall at the end, and we take 13.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Not bad from the back.
And so ends another Azerbaijan Grand Prix. A fascinating race and a well-deserved victory.
Max
What do you think
Verstappen
it was today, Ant, that gave them the edge over the competition?
This is second win of the season, I believe.
Here comes Today's winners, the team at Red Bull, have done a phenomenal job recently, and it's clear to see that they've put in the work, and they should be so proud of the victory they secured here.
Charles Leclerc on that second step, and Perez could only manage third. But it's a return to the podium for the first time in 4 races for Sergio. Red Bull needed that. Charles Leclerc bouncing back after that disappointing 8th place in Monaco. So then, Max Verstappen wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Charles Leclerc second in the Ferrari, with Sergio Perez rounding out the podium for Red Bull with third. Daniel Ricciardo 4th for McLaren, and that is a fantastic result for them. Great clutch of points there. Gasly as well 5th for AlphaTauri, another great drive from him. Kevin Magnussen, another fantastic drive. So the AlphaTauris really strong around here. They must have a good engine package, good top line speed, because they were very, very strong. 5th and 7th. Hamilton starting outside the top 10, managed to get into the points. Same with Sainz, that's good recovery drives from them. Hamilton with the fastest lap as well, only just fractionally ahead of Max Verstappen. So it's interesting if he just managed to bang that quick lap in, or if he maybe had the pace there but he just couldn't show it because he was stuck a bit further down. Maybe if he was up the front he may have been able to challenge Max Verstappen, I don't know. Guan Yu Zhou rounding out the points for Alfa Romeo, so that's a fantastic drive from him to get Alfa Romeo some points. George Russell couldn't make much headway after starting outside the top 10. He comes home 11th. Sebastian Vettel in 12th. Dropping outside from 8th, so a good qualifying but not able to translate that into the race. We started 20th after crashing out in Q1. Had 2 people start behind us due to penalties, and then we've made our way up to 13th, so not too bad. I think once the soft tyres got up to 10, we could push a little bit harder, and it meant that we could move up the field in those early laps. But as soon as the pit stops happened and we kind of settled into our rhythm, it was just about status quo, really, managing the pace and keeping the gaps behind, pulling out on Bottas and defending that, and just hoping for a safety car or you know, retirements in front in order to try and get some points. But we didn't have the ultimate pace today to keep up with the guys in the top 10, which is a shame. Alonso 14th, we had that ding-dong battle with him coming out of the pits. Stroll there or thereabouts as well. He actually did well to come from 21st up to 15th. It's a good race from him. Bottas starting inside the top 10. So Alfa Romeo had good pace, but his race was not fantastic. Going from mediums to hards as well was a bit of an odd choice. Odd call by the strategy team, but there you go. Oscar Piastri started 17th, finished 17th, so not much more we could have asked from him there. The car, even though it's got it is the strongest engine in the field that we have, our Ferrari unit. Every other aspect of the car is the worst out of the 11 teams. So we've got good straight line speed, but that's literally about it. We're far behind on every other element of R&D. So we need to try and improve some of the other areas of the car in order to get up with some of the other guys. Williams looked good on the first lap, like they may cause a problem or two, but then they just dropped back. And I mean, Latifi, what can you say that hasn't already been said? Mick Schumacher, Esteban Ocon and Lando Norris. Disappointing from Norris. I would have expected better from him. Same with Ocon, really, with the machinery they've got. Mick Schumacher up from the back. I mean, that's... I was going to say not bad, but considering that K-Mag finished 6th, not great from Mick Schumacher, to be honest. Charles Leclerc leads from his teammate, and Max Verstappen with that win has put himself right back in the thick of it, with only 7 points covering 2nd to 4th place in the championship. We still are sat on 10 points, 10th place with 20 points. And now Guan Yu Zhou getting off the board as well. The Constructors' Championship, AlphaTauri with that 5th and 7th strong points finishes move ahead of us in the championship. So we're going to have to try and get some points to keep up with them. But I fear that this is going to be the trajectory of the season now. We're going to start slipping backwards after the really strong start we had. But we'll see what we can do. Ferrari up the top with a slender lead over Red Bull, only 23 points. And Mercedes a bit further back. So that'll do it for this race. Thank you for watching. As always, if you are not subscribed, then subscribe for more JDM racing action. If you like the video, leave a little thumbs up. It always helps with the algorithm. And yeah, we've got more racing action coming soon, more wrestling action coming soon. So stay tuned, and I will see you guys in the next video.